If I had a nickel for every time I was self-conscious about my art, I'd have 1 nickel. Because I have never stopped being self-conscious about my art. So, can't really make a living off of that, but you know. Also, hi Pig, hi Stealth. Oh my gosh, you are my friends. I love my friends. This. Yes. There we go. Make up for all the times I've screwed that up recently. But anyway, welcome. Fran Drescher's ranch dressing transgressions. Man, I'm glad you you are so into that, Sabs, because I've both forgotten what the context was, and I don't know if I could do it again off the dome. So, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Watch this. Ready? Nope. Wrong one. Bam. Boom. Bam. New format, baby. Check this out. Boop. Bing. Aw, damn it. There we go. Much better. Because fucking these are the right boxes. This might look the same to some people, and that's okay. At the end of the day, I'm not. So here's the thing, right? Also, I just realized something. Let me adjust. Let me make some small edits as we do this. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do. So if you followed me for a decent amount of time, you might realize that I have a tendency to start ambitious projects and then feel like I'm not doing a good job and drop them. That's not what's happening here. It's specifically that I started doing these comics in like comic strip format at a bad resolution, and most websites, and even meat space publishers don't like that. They will not show people my comic because of that. So with that in mind, I was just like, if I want this to be successful going forward, I should probably change like the page size and ratio and Horatio. I knew him well. So that's what we're doing here. But again, the resolution was bad, so I can't just like copy and paste things into new frames. That would look bad anyway, because like that's not what the original comic was designed for. So can't do that. So I just have to redraw it all. I just have to redraw it all in new frames. So that's what we're getting up to. As you can see, I got the first comic done. I think it looks pretty good, all things considered. So I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to be moving on to the second comic after I added some details I very much just forgot as I was wrapping this up the other day. You look good, Stealth. Stealth, you're one of my bestest friends. Did you know that? Stealth, did you know that sometimes I don't feel good? And I'm like, well, at least I got Stealth. And that's pretty great. Other times I don't feel good, and I'm like, wow, Pig is old. So, that also kind of works in a way. I appreciate him for that. There we go. See, I can add details at this level that I couldn't before. And so I forgot a lot of lines in this last panel. Oh my goodness. This isn't gonna do well if I'm just not doing art well. Also, I feel like... Hello, Mango King! I hope you're doing alright. Welcome on in. I hope you like comics and pirates, because I do both of those. Alright. So this is basically the first panel. This is the first web comic done. So now we can move on to the second one, which I did start right here. Give me 1 second. So I redrew the background, and actually, so this is something I enjoy. I think I've done a much better job at drawing the background here with the water, the island in the background of the docks. I mean, I feel like I would like, at least at this point, I'd probably try and make it my guys' symbol, which is this thing right here. Good old Jolly Roger with a baseball cap and a mallet. But regardless, so I have taken the opportunity to improve some of the art. But now I think we're mostly actually just gonna trace over some of the character work, and hopefully that'll help us get it done fast. Because I would like to get 2 of these done this stream. So we'll see. Bring out the parrot! I'll do my best. Parrot. That works for me. Good enough. Good enough. But yeah. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope, what was I thinking? I just realized something. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is the line art layer not full opacity? And then I was like, wait a minute. I wasn't gonna do it on the line art layer because I already drew the background. So, it's trust the process, okay? Did I fuck up the process before? Yes. Does that mean you shouldn't trust me? Also, yes, but stop it, please. My feelings are already hurt. Okay, I get it. In place of the, I mean, isn't that Baroque work stealth? Not to be rude. I would love, so I've thought about getting like basically like a tattoo sleeve of different art. I think the big thing I would like is for it to be like art that like fits together in segments, and what was I thinking of? And can be at, and is in all black and white and everything. That's what I was thinking of. So on like the top part of my arm, what I would like if I got these kinds of tattoos, I would like different comic panels from One Piece, Chainsaw Man, and JoJo. But on like my wrist, I wouldn't mind getting some Jolly Rogers in like a row. And I would like it to be Jack Sparrow's Jolly Roger, because I genuinely love those movies, and then the Straw Hat Jolly Roger. But I mean, fuck. If I can actually get people to read this comic... Listen, you can go on my Blue Sky right now, or you can go to the website and you can check out the comic. But if I can get this comic in ship shape so that more people across the webs can read it, then hopefully it will be considered successful enough that maybe I'll consider getting a tattoo of it on me. I can't read while I look at pictures. Well, that's the great thing about comic stuff. Sure does make some comics. I don't know about that. Yeah. I mean, honestly, chances are, if you want the comic to succeed, the best thing to do is go look at a webtoon. Because I imagine that's the place where it succeeding would grant me some kind of monetary business opportunity, what have you. I don't know how business works. I'm a business guy in my business hat. Yeah, I mean, if you just want to donate $20,000 this stream, don't. Probably go donate that to people in Gaza. He and his Sashi Buridana Mugirara, he wants that flag is mine. Fair enough. Listen, Crocodile isn't even using the Baroque Works flag that much, so he can't claim it. Listen, free Palestine. Listen, okay? If someone were to donate 40,000, that's probably the good number. Someone was to donate $40,000 on stream, which, by the way, I think would be the largest donation ever made on any stream ever, so it would be insane. But if someone were to give me $40,000, and it included the message "Chop Chop, Comic Boy," I probably would just be like, okay, well, I'm quitting my job and I'm spending a year making comics. But if you were to ask me what you should do in terms of donating $40,000, I'd probably say to Palestine. So, help Palestinian families. So. If someone gave me 40,000, it's happening. Let me wait, give me a second. Is stream alive? I will make sure stream is alive. I mean, you should let me know if stream is doing bad, but oh, damn it. Okay, we're good. But yeah, our streams can be a little tough with that because we're 11. Okay, wait. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check again. Is this good for productivity? No. Do I want the stream to be live? Yes. So, you know, it's pick your poison. Also, why was I drawing Walt so much without his little sailor ties? Are these things just called capes? I don't know if I've asked this on stream before. You know how, like, formal sailor wear has these little things? Even Donald Duck wears it. What are these? Are they just called capes? Have I given Walt and Willie the Super Mario World feather cape without even realizing it? Because I was just like, capes. So I was like a sailor uniform. I will say, so I was like, duck ties in honor of Donald. I mean, Donald is legitimately an honored military personnel, along with Bugs Bunny. Neckerchief. Oh, that makes sense. Semi-related, I was thinking, I was like, you know, I want to add stuff to, I want to do something for just like general society, as well as make money off my comics. What would be a good idea? And I was like, well, I could look into making like clothes designs with the boys on them. And I, you know, I don't know how many people would buy that, but hopefully the designs would be good enough, and I could price the shirts cheap enough that people would consider getting them, just not even because they like me or the comic, but because they think the designs are good. But I don't know what I should go to in order to make that happen. So if y'all got any ideas, let me know. Because again, it's not even just like, hey guys, I've made merch, buy it for me. No. Ideally, none of you would even get the shirts or pants or what have you. I would like to make, you know, affordable clothing of all fits, so that way everyone can get some outfits. Terrible work for, damn it, Beans. Well, that's also why I was just like, I need a good, reputable service. Because I'd prefer that definitely not to be the case. Me. Or necessarily different, I was about to say. From what I've seen, expensive shirts just mean they have a different label stuck on them. They're not always even made differently. So fucking, if I'm paying anywhere over $100 for a single piece of clothing, that fucking clothing better have an alien in it. Oh, that's good advice. Thank you, mate. That clothing better have some aliens in it to give me superpowers. This is also applied in the sweatshop. Thank you, Lawyer Snorlax, which... Stealth, Lawyer Snorlax feels so much like a you emote. I almost want to be like, have you been streaming and not telling me ever to make those specific emotes? Snorlaw. Coleslaw. I don't know if I was saying, but, fucking, I think another benefit of me redoing some art, to reformat these comics is to give, the bros some slightly more on-model looks. They haven't varied it too much as I made the comics, but some of the first few will look a little funky, so. Maybe to put it into a CD or something to gain interest. A CD? CD's nuts? Is that what I would be going for? You say that, me, and all I can picture is the Philosopher's Legacy from Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't know. Listen, should I take business advice? Yes, absolutely. But do I also just kind of want to do away with the whole, you know, typical business model and just make funny comics for people to enjoy and somehow make a living off of that? And I do quite literally mean a living, just so I can, you know, live. Yeah, that'd be much better. I'll let you see these nuts. Please respond. I sent you my mouse hole. Please respond. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hand draw good curves. Okay. This is totally something I picked up just by watching Fairly Odd Parents in my early years. It's like fucking baseball caps or just have big long bills. For that we can do that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the easy, most practical way for me to make money off of making comics for people is just for stream to blow up, legitimately, you know? I don't want to talk about this too much. I feel like I talk about it a lot already on streams. But, like, if I can just monetize the making of the comics as they are already, then I don't have to worry about the comics' individual performances. I can just chill. So, you know. I appreciate y'all being here. I hope y'all had a good day. I had one of those days where you have a heart attack in the middle of it. Where you die a little at one point, and then you're like, oh, okay, I'm okay now. I think in Iron Man 3 they called it a panic attack, so... Iron Man is my constant reference for mental health. Keep any heartwarming footage. And scene. I don't know, we'll see. My family's at some different points have come to me being like, hey, why don't you monetize your streams this way? And I'm like, hey, I'd feel super weird about that. Remember one of my family members, it's like, well, it was like fucking, if I'm playing games, or like, well, what you should do is you're like, okay, if I get to this, you guys will give me money. I'm like, absolute, that's, no, no. Basically, like, I don't even, first off, I don't know how that would be an enforceable rule. Let's get there. And second off, I'm not paywalling Let's Play progress. That's not a good idea for so many reasons. Fucking pay-per-view Let's Plays. Oh lord. Now that's just making me think of like if Blockbuster had stayed in business to the point that they got in on the whole Let's Play thing when like YouTube started blowing up, and they were just like rent the first season of Markiplier on VHS at Blockbuster. And honestly, I kind of want to see what that dystopia looks like, you know? Hello?
Hey, Cahill.
Yes?
See, I'm gonna need you to do something for me.
What's that?
I'm gonna need you to go down to your local Blockbuster.
Oh, that's gonna be a... So there's there's already a problem with your plan. I hate to tell you something, so...
What's up?
No. There are some trivia facts I get tired of hearing, and even more so than something like Mario 2 is actually Doki Doki Panic. I like hearing that one. But whenever someone's like the last Blockbuster in like Wyoming or whatever, I'm just like, I know, I don't care. I don't care where the last Blockbuster is. Stealth, are you so old that you went renting things for Blockbuster? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah, I definitely went to Blockbuster.
I don't know. I remember my family getting stuff from Redbox, but one, I think Redbox is still a thing. And two...
It is. They have pharmacies.
At pharmacy. I think I'd like grocery stores too. I'm pretty sure I'd walk into a shop right round here and see a Redbox in the lobby being like, hey, weird not... That was my exposure to Disney knockoffs, by the way. Was... Like, I even fucking remember... I forget what it was called, but I think it was like the Brave knockoff, and it was like the Brave Princess, and of course the and Princess were super tiny, but Brave was big and in the same font as the Pixar movie. So that's fun.
Do you remember that random hunter from yesterday die?
Yes.
I think they've somehow infected my game because they're in my offline lobby.
Well, I think they showed up in chat too, but like they only were sad when we kicked them out, and then I was like, oh, you just, just speak up and we can add you to the lobby, and then they didn't. So I don't know what's up with them. Are you playing more Generations?
Yeah.
I wish I could join you, but unfortunately I have fucking several comics to make. So I'm sorry.
Make it a comic.
Stealth, quickly. Hire a sweatshop. Make comics for me. Sweatshop.
I will be doing no such thing.
I'm entering my sweatshop era, girlies. Get ready with me as we hire sweatshop workers.
No, that's okay.
No, I'm alright. Fucking speaking of early internet, that's always gonna be a gem. The one Tumblr post from when like Hunger Games were big, and it's like, we'll use black eyeshadow to represent the coal mines your father died in. And I was just like, ah, very good. AI Cahill, it's the future, Lord. I would never. I'd rather turn my single body into one whole sweatshop than start using AI. If you think I'm mad about CGI films, you should already know that I'm not crazy about the idea of using AI. So oh my goodness. I just started thinking about AI in games, and it reminded me. So I was playing some Yu-Gi-Oh today, right, on my phone, which I enjoy. It's a good way to burn some time when I'm just sitting around. And I need to post the screenshot because I couldn't save the duel in the Discord. But I was just like, I've been using my Archfiend Red Dragon deck a lot. Let me go back to trying Exodia. So I added some Deimos Dragon because they removed every reference to demonology in American Yu-Gi-Oh for some reason. Dumb. Yeah, I don't know if there's other Yu-Gi-Oh dubs besides 4Kids, but after watching it with stealth, I'm more than okay to just stick with the sub on that one. Especially after the last Kaiba moment we saw. I was like, yeah, sub for life here. Anyway. But I had two major duels with it, right? The first one, I played Max C, which my friends instantly were just like, you fucking loser! How dare you use Max C in your deck? And I'm like, it's a deck where I'm drawing cards. I can't help it.
I was just talking about how it's generally bullshit.
No.
But everyone carries it. So.
Yeah, and also I responded with, it's just legal Pot of Greed, which I mean it is, and if anything, it's if anything, Max C, the Yu-Gi-Oh card, makes it look like Pot of Greed should be legal for so many reasons. But anyway, so I added that to my deck at one point, and in the first duel, I was playing against a Yubel deck, and the thing about Yubel decks is that I hate them, and that what they do is that all the monsters have 0 attack but cannot be destroyed, and anytime they do any battle, you, the person facing them, takes all the damage. So that's great. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep trying to draw Exodia and not play any defense monsters. And that worked for a shockingly long time. And I played Max C, and I got 4 pieces of Exodia in one turn before they managed to take my life points. And that worked surprisingly well. So I was like, honestly, I lost that, but I feel great. But then, like, the next match, I didn't get any Max C, so I was just using all my other gimmicks, and I once again had 4 pieces of Exodia in hand against this one Blue Eyes deck, because of course it's a fucking Blue Eyes deck. But they managed to bring out some real bad boys, a few Blue Eyes dragons and their varieties, and the only card I had on the field was called Mimic Chest. A Mimic's Chest effect means that when it flips over from defense position, it allows you to draw a single card. And I was just like, I really hope this works when they go to attack it, or otherwise I'm dead, right? So they do that. I'm on my last hit. Mimic Chest flips over and allows me to draw 1 card from like my deck that still has 20 cards in it, and it's the last piece of Exodia. And that literally works. Like that goes into effect the moment I have all the cards in hand. So then the battle just stops, Exodia shows up, and the duel is over, and I won. And I felt even better about that duel. So I've honestly won a disturbing amount of duels with an Exodia deck. Not even all of them from summoning Exodia. And it's a fun gimmick, I think. So I like it. Oh. I wish I had more times for this. I've said this so many times, but another reason to wish comics were my job was so that way I could spend more of my free time playing games, the things I do more as a hobby and joyful activity. But Instead, I have to balance the two, because society has labeled both of them as the hobbies for right now, so yippee wahoo. But yeah, also, hi Stitch. Yeah, I'm just genuinely tired of jobs. I'm not wild about working with others. I said this last week, but I'm reiterating it.
It's all about working.
Yeah, same. Well, no, I can work. Like, for example, I generally refer to my dishwashing job as like the worst job I had, but I didn't mind doing the work itself because for the most part people would leave me alone. I'd listen to podcasts and get dishes done. So that part of like the gameplay loop, that part was fine, I thought. But sometimes it's not about like the individual moment to moment things you do in your job. Sometimes it's the overall structure or even your coworkers that are just like, wow, I can't keep doing this. What was the thing though? Stealth, are you alone a lot at your job? Or because I know like obviously like court days, but in between that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm in court every day.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought at one point you like went back to the office and you were just like...
Oh, the office is upstairs in the courthouse.
Oh, damn it.
And we have daily dockets.
Hey, I asked you, I don't know if we said this on stream, I would like to bring it up, because I think it's one of the funniest interactions we've ever had, and I didn't even mean it that way, but when I asked you about sovereign citizens, and you freaked out, because apparently they're just a blight on humanity, and there's so fucking many
They
of
are.
them. But, have you ever had a runner in court? Have you ever had someone be like, I'm making a break for it? Or no?
Not in our court, but down the hall. They jumped from the second floor.
Damn. They tried jumping down from the second floor in like the staircase and everything. Yep. That's fun.
They broke a leg.
I saw a court cam video of a lady trying that and she just kind of tripped and the cops were dogpiling her, so that's fun. Good times, you know. I typically have seen those videos through the lens of like Moist Critical reacting to them, and he said in some of those, it's like, man, you better be pretty fucking confident in your running abilities if you're gonna make a run from the cops. And I would agree with that. If you're going to make a break for it while you're in custody and maybe even going through trial, you have to be pretty confident you can get away if you're gonna even attempt it, because if you even attempt it, no matter, like, they don't add punishment for like how far you make it, they add it for like you even trying. So you need to get... What's that?
So it's a different offense, it's evading.
What, like getting further?
No, actually from that court. In court. Hold on.
Well, okay. So I would say if you just like jump up and wiggle around, like that's contempt, right? Obviously, like you didn't really go anywhere. They restrained you, but you weren't getting out of there. But like if you start making a run for the door, then whether you make it out the door or not, that's still just like you try to fucking escape. Hey,
no. Okay, no, I was right. Because like. You trying to run for it, the court is like taking him to custody. He's under arrest, and then like at that point you'd be evading.
Gotcha.
And I'm thinking about this while trying to not die, so which I am still very not good at GU.
We need to play more at some point. Hopefully I get enough of these done this week. I feel like my goal for this week should be like 10 minimum, and just because, you know, I mean, maybe I should stop being so hard on myself. Like, I'll try to get as many as I can done this week and get the rest done in the following weeks and everything, but I don't know, I'm trying. But then yeah, we should play more GU together. I mean, I'm doing streams of it next week. I'm probably just not doing art next week. I'm probably... Hopefully, Magenta will feel well enough for Minecraft, and we'll do that and some more Monster Hunter. Yeah, I don't know when Subnautica's coming back. I like Subnautica, but I keep getting stuck. And honestly, some other things have ended up taking off on stream, so we'll get back to it. It's just that, like, you know, beyond other games that people seem to like, and the fact that Epic Mickey is coming out next month, I'm not going to be like, we're going to finish Subnautica today. I know, everyone's so fucking enthralled by my playthroughs. Sarcasm. Marketable pliers. Stealth is... I don't know if I've asked you this before, but if there was a single game you had to stream in order to, like, try and be good at streaming, what game would it be?
Can it be like a franchise or just one game?
It can be a franchise. I'll open it up to that. But, like, you can't be like, I got through the franchise. Like, if you do all the games, you just, you know, keep playing the other installations of those games, even if you've already played them before.
The answer to this will shock you, Pokemon.
As long as it's not Unite, you know, that's fine. So, but to be clear, you're talking about mainline Pokemon, right?
Generally,
yeah,
we will dabble.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. Because obviously Pokemon has a lot of spin-offs, but I would say, you know, just because it had, like, you can't do fucking Pokemon Snap. That's not even remotely the same game. So, I'm sorry. No snapping for you. Great picture. Nice cock. I need Professor Oak saying nice cock or I can't finish. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do not know if I'm going to be able to get all these done this week. I'm going to try, but... I would say if I can get 7 done this... okay, that's my minimum. If I can get 7 done this week, then I'll post those, like, first halves on Saturday, being like, hey, new format. Sorry there's not new stuff, but I hope you like these. And then I'll try and finish the remaining 6 up the next week without, you know, just taking all the time in the world to do it. So... we'll see. Fingers crossed. Stealth, am I an insane person?
No.
Oh, okay, thank you. I didn't know if this is me going crazy. Well, heck, you were the one in Discord who was like, actually, those are pretty good reasons. So, I appreciate that.
Like, especially the first 2.
Yeah. Like, obviously, you know, every comic artist in the world would probably be like, I'm better at art now, let me redo that stuff. But you can't. It's not practical and it's not the way things should work. But when it's actually kind of messing up the distribution and what have you, and even readability, you could argue, of the stuff, then it's like, yeah, we'll take one more swing at this. So I'm going to do my best to get this train back on track as soon as I can. Oh my goodness. Drawing circles is hard. Fucking, I love that. That's a thing they'll tell you, right? Is that a lot of old cartoons are circles. And it's like, easy to draw. And I'll be like, for fucking who? No one can draw circles. You mean the shape that no one can draw on their first attempt, if ever? The impossible shape? Lord. I don't know if you've ever met someone who's like, technically there's no such thing as a true square or a true circle. And I'm like, shut up, nerd. I know I don't know how to define a square, but I'll know it when I see it, you know? That's square enough. That's typically why I don't like working with computers. Computers are creatures of, you know, a literal nature, so it can get annoying. It's like, you know what I meant, computer, and it's like, I didn't. I'm like, damn it. Okay, we might actually be going at a good click now. Getting everything done. Yeah, I hope everyone's had a good day today. Like I said, got a little stressed out, but it's worked out. I don't know. At the end of the day, I was saying that yesterday, you know. I try to live life very chill, very low tempo, but goodness gracious, things like to not make that not happen. So I don't know what to do about that. I'm doing my best, but they keep finding me. I made a little bunker for myself, but they keep finding it. Stealth, may I ask you something?
Yeah.
General opinion. Do you think it'd be a good idea to put these comics on Instagram? Because I haven't so far. Because I don't really like Instagram, but...
I do not have an Instagram.
Well, if Stealth's not there, what's even the point of a platform? Damn
well, I
it.
say that to mean that I have no idea whether or not they'll perform well there.
That's fine. I mean, a lot of people do tend to post comics to Instagram, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe I just need to accept that if I'm posting art somewhere, it's probably gonna get picked up by AI, because fucking AI loves scanning the web for shit. It's like, I'm a stealer. I like to steal I'm a taker. This is mine now. Ah, wow, too close. Zooming in too much. I actually did a really good side profile here on Walt. He's got like that little nose dip and everything, which you will find in real people. Bridge of the nose, what have you. Take us to the bridge. Also, who are you fighting in Monster Hunter Stealth?
Chosen Senator.
Oh. I wish you luck. Here's the problem. I want to keep making progress towards, like, you know, unlocking, like the end of G rank, yada yada, a whole bunch of stuff. But also, there's plenty of stuff in, like, the high rank hub fights where I'm just like, wait, I want to do that now. So, I feel like that's one reason why on stream yesterday I was just like, the progress forward. Sometimes stream distracts me, but sometimes it helps me focus, knowing that twos of people are watching. Lord, okay, I won't call them out by name, but we rated Kyo after stream yesterday, right? And Kyo mentioned a follower goal, which, by the way, let me shout out Kyo, because they're great. We should absolutely support our fellow fun streamers. But anyway. I made a joke. It's just like, you can take my followers. I'm not using them for anything. And then one of our mutual chatters was just like, what followers, Cahill? And I'm like, damn it, they got me. Can't believe this. It was extremely funny, but I still have every right to be mad. It's like, yes, listen, I know. I would love to know, just out of curiosity, like what goes on when people see me in their following list, because, and again, this is out of curiosity, I seem to gain followers at the same rate I lose them. It is wildly interesting. I'm like, well, what is happening? Someone explain this phenomena. I was like, if Stealth doesn't do it, I have to. You know, I'll say one good thing about being able to do this. I can have more room for some sound effects across the thing. You didn't know? I don't know. We've been playing King of the Hill. Introverse muscling out the newcomers. Oh, that's fun. Please don't muscle anyone out of my streams. I don't like the sound of that even a little bit.
It can't help it. It just has too much muscle.
I'm too buff. People who come to my stream are just too strong. They're too strong and just like a little bit sexy, you know? Just like a little bit. Just a little hunky, you know? Just like kind of a bit. I'm gonna wall of my dick jokes in. No. I wouldn't hold you to any crimes, me. I don't think you're chasing people away. Unless you are actively going into people's DM and be like, hey buddy, we don't serve your kind around here. And by that I mean new chatters to Cahill streams. That is literally all I meant by that. Please don't mistake me as some kind of bigot. I'm just saying, there ain't enough town in this big enough for the two of us. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Not even a little bit. What the fuck was that? I feel like I would be burned at the stake for speaking in tongues in older centuries, generations.
Monster Hunter generations?
Which, I mean, I don't think is there a lot of like stake burning and public executions in Monster Hunter?
Are you fighting Fatalis?
Not currently.
Okay, well then not yet.
Okay. Sick. At one point I need to get World, and I'll probably just play through it on my own, because, you know, I don't want to get the game and just count on other people playing it with me as a reason to buy it. I'd be like, okay, let me check this out by myself. But also, at this point, I have a decent backlog to go through, and they're releasing new good games. I'm wildly excited for Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It's hard for anything to top my anticipation for, like, you know, my I need to get this day one versus like Epic Mickey and stuff, but damn it, Zelda's close. Zelda's a good competitor. Because, you know, Gorl. Now you are become Gorl. Stealth, are you excited to be a Gorl? You have no choice in the matter. It's happening now. Magical girl transformation. I really need to watch. Speaking of backlogs, I should really watch more. Like Sailor Moon and stuff like that. Aw, that's alright. I hope you have a good brain rest. Meet. See you around. Okay. Lord, I feel that way whenever, like in the past when I've applied for jobs and shit. I've always been glad to see people share that experience online, because applying to jobs is exhausting and awful. So, hey, if y'all are out there trying to apply to jobs right now and you're just like, I'm so tired and I don't even have a job. No, you're doing some real fucking work, I'll tell you that much. Take a rest, keep at it. Job hunts are shit. But, you know, so are some jobs, so. That's usually why I don't talk to people. And I could stop the sentence there. That's usually why I don't tell people, like, yeah, I'm looking to switch jobs and stuff in, like, real life. Because I'm not trying to say I don't like or think my current job is bad. It's just that I'd like to work alone. and work for myself. So I'm sure if I put it in, like, you know, professional LinkedIn terms, they'd be like, oh, admirable goal. But I don't know. I don't care to do that. I'm just gonna work on it secretly. Secret side gig. Okay. I am going to end up doing the things I did the first time I made this comic, i.e. copy some art here and there, paste it on over, because at the end of the day, it does end up being the most effective manner of doing this. So, that being said, I do think this art looks better, if nothing else because of, like, line quality and shit. You know, I don't know. It's kind of interesting because I try never to be like the layman when it comes to, like, art talk and everything, but I do wonder how much, like, line quality and such minutia affect an audience perception of a drawing when they're not really looking at that specifically, you know? Do they just get bad vibes? They're like, I don't like how this painting is looking at me. I should buy a painting whose eyes follow you whenever you walk into my house. Just to really bring the whole place together. Man, I was about to be like, just get the whole Haunted Mansion vibe going, but that's honestly why I've never wanted a big house in the past. I don't know about you guys, but the idea of having a big place to myself and it's empty most of the time just scares. It just makes me feel like I'm in amnesia, you know? You're walking through the halls with, like, your phone as a light, and you're just like, well, something's gonna come around this corner and scare me. I know it. Mentally, I know I'm home alone, but spiritually, I can sense someone else here. I don't like that. Big houses are spooky. I will not be taking those. I don't know what you have to do to lose the spooky vibes of being in a big house by yourself, but I definitely don't know it. I'm no feng shui expert. I am fun, though. I was rated #1 fun girl in Forbes magazine. You might not have known they made a list for that, but they do. And I was at the top. Stealth, have you ever been to any wild parties in your day?
No.
Listen, I figured I'd ask. I mean, fucking. At the very least, we went to very different colleges, you know? I went to art college, and everyone there was an introvert, so there wasn't really any super crazy parties happening that I ever heard tell of, so.
I went to law school and I was an introvert.
So even if there were crazy parties, I did not care.
Which there were, I heard about them.
Oh, okay.
Was not there.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, we don't live in like a high school drama, so when there's a crazy party that a lot of people are at, you tend to hear about it because they're not just like, shh, don't let them hear about it, you know? But I heard nothing. I heard about people hanging out, but it was usually just like, yes, the three of us went over to my place last night and we laid on the ground for hours. So, I don't think that counts as a crazy party.
I could.
Depends what you were doing while you were laying on the ground. Was it some type of hallucinogenic? How many of you were laying on the ground again? Honestly, I know it seems minor, but a chance to add a few more like textural details and higher definition, I don't want to let it go by. So up. All right, I'm working on a different layer because I was like, I don't want to draw on top of my background quite yet. I should probably copy the panels and everything to make sure the line art works. I don't know. I'm talking out my butt right now. Hey Stealth, do you know that Monster Hunter monster that like switches elements and stuff and it explodes? You know what I mean?
Electrion?
It is an Elder Dragon. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, Latrion. Yeah, I thought you... Is like... Because I've seen that it is in what's it called? In Generations. Well, no, Generations. And I'm like, how do I beat this? Because I've heard it has a one-hit KO, given you do not know its elements and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't dabble in elements. Do you know anything about it or no?
I've forgotten the fights, honestly.
Damn. Also,
like, I know how it is in World because that's the one that I've fought most recently.
Gotcha.
And if I recall correctly, it is quite different.
Gotcha. Was that on Pig Stream, or were you just doing that by yourself?
Oh, well, we haven't actually fought it on Pig Stream yet. It's just that I've thought about it more recently.
Gotcha. I did go back and look at Pig's Monster Hunter VOD after I wrapped stream the other day, and part of it was just to see what monsters he was hunting, and I was like, Pig was probably fighting an Anjanath, and he was at one point fighting an Anjanath. I fucking called it. So, pretty proud of myself on that one, if I'm being honest. I like Anjanath. Anjanath's kind of what, I'm pretty sure I've said this before. Anjanath's kind of what got me into Monster Hunter, just because I'm like, that's just a T-Rex. It kind of has a funny nose, but that's a T-Rex. And I was like, I do kind of want to fight a T-Rex. So. And then I got Generations, and Anjanath is not in that game, so. He premiered in World, and then returned in Rise. like I said, I don't know if you heard me talking about this the other day, Stealth, but I genuinely hope they never pull a Pokemon Gen 5 move where they're just like, there will be no returning monsters. Forget all preconceived notions. I'm like, I like seeing returning monsters, though. I like seeing my old friends that I get to murder. Stealth question, is there a version of Gen 5 you think you would have liked? Like, where it's just like, we're doing a soft reboot and doing all new Pokemon, kind of based off Gen 1? Or do you, like, do you think there's a version of those designs that could have worked for you? Or you're just like, no, none of it's good. Start to finish.
This is kind of a hard question to ask without seeing them.
That's a good point. Okay, let me phrase it this way, though. Do you think...
Because that's just like asking, hey, if they designed them good, would you like them?
That's a good point. Okay, that's fair. Hey, Stealth, if it was good, would you like it? Stealth, tell me real quick. If you liked it, would you like it? YN.
Yeah, actually.
Me. Will you go out with me? Yes, definitely, absolutely. I reeked it. Lord, I should just... Well, I shouldn't sign up for fucking Disney Plus because apparently that signs away your soul. But I should rewatch Gravity Falls at one point. So... Gravity Falls is good. I believe I was talking about this with Stealth in a call at one point. I was just like, you know what? I remembered it being good, but I don't think I gave it the credit it deserved. Like, maybe it's even the best, kind of. One of the best, at least. It's the final countdown! Just like they always sung about! I do think about that a lot. That's a very good joke. But... oh my goodness. Was there an alarm coming through your microphone?
No.
Okay. Then I don't know what I heard. Oh, one of this man's eyes is too small. Small eyes. Beady eyes, like a doll's eyes. Stealth, let me ask you, do you think you could wrestle a pig to the ground?
Probably.
Thick. What about an alligator?
No.
Nah. You don't think there's any version of you versus alligator where you come out winning?
That is correct, yeah.
I don't know if I've asked you this before. What is, like, the biggest animal you think you could take in a fight?
Don't know.
Couldn't tell you. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I imagine you don't have much, you know, animal fighting experience, so...
No, not really.
I would hope not. But you do live in Texas, so it's not like it's off the table. If there was one state you'd get experience in that field in, it would be Texas. Come on down to Big Dylan's Rodeo.
I was a barbecue.
Well, some of the animals escaped and now it's a rodeo. So... we have a 500-pound lion just waiting for someone to wrestle it. Are you brave enough to wrestle, kill, and eat the lion? If you lose less than 3 limbs, your next meal's on us at Big Dylan's Rodeo and Barbecue. I don't like Big Dylan a lot, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. He does some shady activities. I don't like his business practice. Also, can I say that about just general business stuff? Fucking business culture, work culture. I don't care. I'm trying to get paid. I don't care what you say on paper about how you like treat your employees and activities and whatnot. I'd like money for my services.
You were instead getting a corporate pizza party.
Apparently.
We have been told that it helps with team building.
No, my lord, it doesn't. I always think, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, but I mean, like, I guess I'm about to just describe social anxiety, but like the fucking things where it's just like, now bond with each other. That's the worst. That never works. No, you don't get people to bond by being like, do it now. That isn't how natural humans' connections are formed.
But corporate says if pizza party's a no union.
Oh my lord. but corporate said union busting, so like the pizza and each other enough to not form a union. I love that someone at one point posted, it's just like, hey, fucking the unions also have pizza parties, by the way. I remember seeing a post like that, and I was like, that's pretty funny. I mean, fuck, listen, keeping in mind what I just said about forcing people to bond, if I want pizza, it'd probably be easier to get it, and more frequent if I just had a well-paying job that allowed me to get pizza whenever I wanted. So, if my job paid me a living wage, and I said, well, with disposable income, I can get local pizza whenever I feel like it. Not Papa John's, though. I don't like that, man. Instead, you should come down to Big Dylan's Pizzeria, where we have toppings. Where we have toppings from all over the animal kingdom. Don't ask us where the cheese is from. You know, as weird as it might have been for the guy who discovered milk to have discovered milk, cheese is almost certainly weirder, right? Given that it's basically rotten milk, in a way. It's rotten milk rotting under specific circumstances. I don't know who did that and was like, well, we eat it now. But they were also on something.
Yeah, the cheese.
Well, no, they weren't, because they hadn't eaten the cheese yet.
But if no cheese, then no cheese.
No, that's what I'm asking. Stealth, who's on first? Aw, would you just tell me already?
Big ball.
Bait ball. Stealth, tag yourself. Are you Obbit or Costello?
I'm a bit confused.
I hate how good that pun was, but... Well, okay, the judges have decided we'll give it to you. Fine, whatever. Sure, why not? Just be the funniest man alive, I guess. Do you hear that? Local rugged men of Texas? Stealth is handsome and funny. What more could you ask for? Don't ask for good Unite opinions. You won't have those, but everything else...
No, I have the best Unite opinion. You just think they're insensitive and abusive.
Stealth, I read your manifesto, which first off, I don't like that you called it a manifesto and it's all about Pokemon Unite, but some of these call for the implementation of the death penalty. So well, I don't
come to AO's Coliseum tomorrow.
Okay, fine, whatever. Mr. Stealth, I've been meaning to ask you. I found this manifesto about Pokemon Unite. What? I can't hear you. There's too much dust. I've said I wanted to ask you about your manifesto. No, really. Jason's making too much dust. Okay, I want to be clear about something. Me and Stealth have talked about Smiling Friends before. We both really enjoy it. Fucking,
Does make me smile.
I don't like the bit where Jason, who is Mr. Boss's son, apparently shows up and starts breastfeeding from him. That's actually probably my least. That's probably my least favorite bit in the show because it genuinely grosses me out a lot. Not because of the act of breastfeeding. I don't know why anyone would assume that, but let me explain. It's just because Mr. Boss's chest is very veiny, and then he mentions Jason biting. All of that, very bad. To me, at least, right?
I love the stream where Cahill talks about male breastfeeding for a long time.
But I do love in that episode that I think for the first time on the show, Mr. Boss specifies Jason, who isn't bigger than a curled fist, is apparently 18 years old. Yeah, who's apparently a legal adult. Even though he's the size of my hand and looks like a pink bean. But it is very good.
It just exists to be a
yeah. It's great. I do also love in that episode that for no reason Mr. Boss just he doesn't monologue, he just says into the camera like a lesson he learned as though this was a children's education show. He's like, I learned that there's no such thing as a bad culture. Just like out of nowhere after they've survived, almost dying and everything. Very funny. And then he gives them a kiss. Always good. Remember, people, kiss your homies so long as it's consensual and they don't have any kind of diseases. I want to make sure you're both healthy and happy. Like live, laugh, love, even. Stuff, let me ask you, would you live in a full-size house rent-free if the singular stipulation is that every room in the house outside of your home has to be designed and decorated by a suburban white soccer mom? Think carefully.
I think I would still take that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. She's going to hang up pictures of her kids, different Disney and Hallmark merchandise, and multiple Live, Laugh, Love memorabilia.
This is unironically hilarious to me. I want.
I really actually want this. And like she'll be like, she's not your landlord, but again, you can't change her. You lose the house. And like she comes over and she's like, "Hi, how are you doing?" to keep up with the decorations. You're okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
I have a new cross for the cross wall. Yeah, okay.
Oh my lord! Cross walls are never, even as someone who's a little in touch with that stuff, and has a family who has had crosses in their house. A cross wall has always been like a horror thing to me, where it's just them all over cluttered and stuff like that. I'm just like, this is an Exorcist house. I see. We're in the Exorcist. Good to know.
Why are the crosses on the cross wall upside down? I didn't do it.
It was Jason. Can't hear you. Jason's turning too many crosses. That's fun. Lord, Deja sent me.
I hate it when Michaela comes over.
You're what? Michaela? Is that her name? Did you name her Michaela all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's Michaela Kensington.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. Friend reference. Anyway. I was gonna move on to a slightly related topic that not too long ago Deja sent me something that came across their page, and it was like a frat bro house, and I mean, I'm not kidding, it looked abandoned. Every pool of water in that house, which already not a great sentence, was completely brown. So I'm glad my school didn't have frat houses, and I'm glad I never thought of joining one. So fucking my roommates in the Disney college program were bad enough, and they were nowhere near frat dudes. One of them was messy, but at least they weren't like destroying the place.
I heard about your room
What's that?
from Juice and Ian. I heard about your room.
Well, it wasn't messy. I just have nerd shit, and they hate me for it. They hate me because I'm swag. Yes. Go on.
And I think it was just like the density of it all too.
Yeah, well, I live a dense life. I don't need to space things out. I need it together. That's how you get a lot of stuff in a small space. No.
I guess so. If you want to live in Tetris.
No, yeah. Still, I like Tetris. Okay. They made a Minecraft crossover. I'm really excited about it.
Ain't fine if you want to live in the Danganronpa execution.
My lord, is there a Tetris-based Danganronpa execution?
Yeah, spoilers for Danganronpa. I'm not gonna say which one.
Third Strike.
No.
Infinite.
But okay, now that everyone who cares about Danganronpa spoilers has closed their ears.
Yes.
Yeah, the ultimate gamer.
Gotcha.
Gets crushed by a Tetris block.
Oh, that's fun. It's always fun. Can you execute the wrong people in Danganronpa or no?
Well, no, that's literally how like the class trial thing works. There's one, to use the game's term, blackened, who is the murderer.
Yeah.
And if they get found out, they are the ones executed. But if they get away with it, then the entire class, other than that person, is executed.
Gotcha. I forgot about that part. I just thought maybe you could kill the wrong people and get bad ending. So I forgot that there was more, you know, incentive to murder and get away with it.
Well, you leave if you
get away with it.
Yeah, that's the incentive.
I don't mean to be like I would never, but I mean fucking, I feel like just on a logical level, I'd be like, fucking, I'm not gonna murder anyone. That's a stupid idea. That would be like the chances of me getting away with it very slim already. Then even if I get out, then I'm just like, well, I killed a dozen children to do this. I don't think it was worth it. So
I mean, there are good reasons and there are bad reasons across the cast.
Yeah. That's what makes it Dang It Grandpa. Every time I say Dang It Grandpa, I just picture the teddy bear as Grandpa. What's that guy's name again? Evil teddy bear?
Monokuma.
Monokuma. Bill Cipher. Bill, I don't know how much longer I can keep going with your tomfuckery. I can keep going until you're all tomfuckered out. But Monokuma is generally more like, besides the murder part, he's generally more just like, my precious students, welcome to school, right? I believe I've seen that stuff. He's putting on
in a sarcastic way, I guess.
In a condescending way.
But well, yeah, definitely condescending.
Okay, yeah. I mean, what I'm saying is, when he's not actively killing some children, he's putting on the pretense.
He never actively kills.
That's a good. Well, okay, we're getting. Stealth is like,
I mean, the execution.
Stealth is like, what is the definition of murder if we really look at it? But he's going under the pretense, the act of like, we should all get along and enjoy our time at school together. And no remember, wink, no murdering.
What I guess what I'm trying to say is he's not an active participant in the killing game, but he's very much like, yes, kill, kill, kill.
He's a voyeurist. He just wants to watch.
Yep.
I made this arm too big. That's better. And try again. The ultimate Pokemon Unite player. Stealth's like, and Stealth is the first to kill, to be clear. To learn about the different students' mains in Pokemon Unite, and it didn't go over well.
Oh, I like to play Sableye and be a little gremlin. Nope, nope, nope. It's you. You're going first.
Either I kill you and get away with it. Yeah. I was gonna say either I kill you and get away with it, or we both go down, and I'm happy with both of those. Win-win situation. Lord, you know what visual novel game I would love to play on a stream? I'd love to play fucking, what's it called? Oh, what's the game Grumps played it, and it's the doctor game, where you're doing surgery and everything. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, I have no idea what the name is.
There's a couple of them. Like, it's not just a one-off, it is a series.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
But I would honestly not, because I don't even remember most of the Game Grumps bits. But I would still genuinely love to play that on stream and get goofy with it. It seems like, you know, it's not quite Phoenix Wright, but it's still goofy anime, so. Listen, there isn't Clown Girl with poppable titties, so it's not that silly. Stealth, are you a Phoenix Wright boy or Professor Layton girly? I've not played either. Answer carefully. I mean, they're making a new Layton, and that's fun. We only saw, like, the splash screen, but still. I'll say one thing about those series, which is that I feel like Phoenix Wright appeals to me for gameplay, but Professor Layton appeals to me because they don't just switch up the protagonist for 2/3 of the series. So I like Phoenix. I like that he's always trying to keep his fucking teenage assistant from murder charges. Stop, let me... New law question. If someone has been falsely accused of murder and proven innocent multiple times, what are the chances of them trying it again? like, if they go to court again for that, does that look good or bad, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, so, first of all, wrong premise. One is not proven innocent, they're just found not guilty.
Oh, okay, good
point. Honestly, that probably won't come in, first of all.
Won't figure it. So, even if someone has upwards of, let's say, 5 times been proven not guilty of murder, have been actively proven to have been framed for murder. Framed.
I mean, that wouldn't...
That doesn't figure in at all to the new case.
I mean, it wouldn't really be relevant to the facts of the new case.
It'd probably make jury selection a bitch, though, huh?
How so?
because you know, it's kind of like the Trump or OJ thing, where it's like, well, I kept seeing them on the news getting framed for murder, and here they are in court again for murder. So
yeah, I guess that would present difficulties if this was all in the same community.
Yeah,
because it'd be unavoidable for people to have seen it. I mean, not seen it. You know,
them being just like, yeah, I have no idea about this person who has so many times been framed for high-profile murders. Oh well. Good thing Maya Fey only exists in fiction, and she can't hurt you in real life. Stealth, don't check in your closet. Don't check in your closet. She can't hurt you as long as you don't look in the closet. I feel like more... No. I feel like more horror movies. I mean, aren't all horror movies murder movies, typically? But anyway, I feel like more horror movies should do something with the idea of, like, if you acknowledge something's presence, it starts, you know, getting scary at you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's a fear people... that's something I go through a lot, you know? At least when I was, like, a kid. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be like, I have to pretend to keep sleeping in case there are monsters around. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's just like say for example, there's like these dark, shadowy spirits that are benign if you don't look at them, but the second you do, they know that they exist, and it becomes a problem for you quickly.
Are you describing something that exists?
I feel like I've heard a story, like, not like a high-profile story, just like an internet scary story, kind of like that one.
There is an SCP kind of like that, an earlier one, which I actually really like. I mean, it's about 3D glasses that allow you to see some creatures, and if you know, directly acknowledge them, then they go fucking apeshit about it.
Hey, you weren't supposed to fucking see them.
Yeah. But I feel like that's kind of different, you know, because you, like, specifically need, like, a tool to see them. Like, you are by just using...
I'm remembering more of the premise of this thing, where it's just like, sometimes, you know how you see, like, things out of the corner of your eye that aren't really there, and you just turn around and there's nothing there. Like, that was the kind of premise of it, where it's just like, oh, I actually caught the thing that's in the periphery of your vision whenever you do that. And it's just like, it's not happy about it.
Yeah, that is very scary. But yeah, I think because I think, you know, I think that's a good way to circumvent the whole, like, if you know stuff about it, it ceases to be scary. Because what that asks you is, in any situation where that, like, monster might be present, you have to keep calm and not fucking, like, you need to not blink, you need to not act like anything else is happening, or it's over for you, you know? Like, now all of a sudden the monster can be anywhere, and the only thing you can do about it is actively nothing. So, I don't know. I have no interest in writing horror movies, honestly. Just because I think I've always seen them as, like, kind of inaccessible. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like watching horror movies, and I know I'm not alone in that. A lot of people don't like to be locked in for a scary movie experience. So, I prefer to make things that hopefully everyone can get something out of. I wrote The Iron Giant.
Fuck you.
Aw.
Why would you do that?
Why?
That shit hurted.
My heart. Lord. How many people would actually say that to the writer of Iron Giant?
I would. You
would? Be like, how dare you? You just wanted to be Superman.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why'd you do that? Hey, come back. I just have questions.
No. Lord, I've seen too much recently about like, you know, creators getting harassed for the stuff they make and everything, that like every time Juice is posting about JJK, it's like, stop it.
When Juice catches Gege. When Juice catches Gege.
Exactly.
The fight will be off screen, and they won't be happy about it.
Apparently. But I'm like, fucking... They're making media you like and everything. Maybe don't fucking make their life miserable over it. A wild thought. Just a wild thought for me. I'm not even saying this as someone who makes something, because it's not like any of my stuff is blown up like that. I'm just saying it generally as someone who also enjoys media and would prefer creators not to be like, well, I can never let anyone know I made this, and fucking maybe I won't even release it at all, in fear of the idea that people will hunt me down.
I can't believe that you don't want Juice to successfully catch Gege.
I really don't. I hope Juice never meets a mangaka in their life. And that might sound mean, but I could fill up a book with the Gege threats they've made. Stealth, we're assembling a case on one of our friends. You're complicit in this.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Come, get ready. We're putting them behind bars.
No.
Aw, beans. But Stealth, if we put Juice in jail, you can put all the cheese on the broccoli you want.
How are you do?
Damn it. That was the
What's
one
Dad gonna do about it? He can do shit.
That's the one card I had. Oh well. I play a card face down and end my turn.
Big Shield Garden, isn't it?
No.
I think it's Big Shield Garden.
Listen, I love Big Shield Gardener, but also he goes into attack mode after he blocks an attack, and he has shit attack, so that's not great. So he's not a just put it down and chill kind of card. I did like. It's really hard to find like specific Yu-Gi-Oh duels on YouTube, but I did like that one where Yugi was dealing with the guy with the fake Exodia deck, and like it was cool, but it also almost seemed like Yugi made a deck specifically to counter that, because like, you know, one of the cards,
Chain Destruction.
Yeah, Chain Destruction, and there were other ones like even more egregious than that, but that one, that's the finishing move and everything, and it specifically sent all related cards to like the graveyard and stuff, and obviously that's an Exodia killer right there. So but honestly, I don't know, I feel like getting into Battle City and everything, maybe because they have specifically adopted the rules of the actual card game more, has become far less egregious about.
Thank you for adding the word "more" to that sentence. It was very much needed.
But they're not doing as much of a thing with they're not making it as bad as like breaking the rules and stuff. I haven't seen anything super blatant, to me at least. Besides, you know, like the guard cards having effects that are not present in the game. But, I mean, fucking, I don't know. How do we make Raw strike people with lightning in real life? You tell me. Tell me now.
Okay. We can't possibly have... I'm sorry for spoilers for Battle City from the first season of or from the first generation of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have Mai win here, so we're giving her Ra in the form of a Bakugan.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Too bad you can't use it. Wrong game.
At all.
No, not even alone. So one of the packs I got to make a real Yu-Gi-Oh deck had the God cards in it, and I was like, look, we got the God cards, and I was like, I've been told not to use these. Both by the anime and by people in real life. At one point in the anime, it's just like, Ra has special text, and if you read it, then you might know how to summon him. And I dug up the card, and I was like, here it is. And I was like, this doesn't tell me how to summon him. And Stealth was like, what do you mean? You use 3 tributes. And I was like, yeah, but about unlocking its power. And he was like, Cahill, it's the fucking anime. And I was like,
what, do you think the real card was gonna have like erratic text on it?
I can hope. It'd be fun. That was it. Battle City in Yu-Gi-Oh! Does legitimately have some. I know I said this about Pirates, and Pirates definitely has far more of it. But like, there was a point when they were explaining the guide cards where it got very into like Lovecraftian writing and everything. So like, Mr. Pegasus, everyone who keeps looking at the guide cards keeps going insane and killing themselves. And Pegasus is like, oh, this won't make it into the 4Kids version. So.
This is very not Funny Bunny.
This is not Funny Bunny. I want gods in my card game. You can't stop me. Pegasus did have God and anime on his side. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime is neat. Even if sometimes, you know, especially in the earliest seasons, you're like, hey, there's no fucking way that's allowed, but okay. I did see that last Kaiba moment we watched, Stealth. I was watching it on YouTube again, and someone was just like, oh, when I summon something during my attack phase, I am cheating, but when Kaiba does it, he's cool. And I was like, listen, we're getting really technical. Kaiba was taunting a lot, and then he was like, obelisk, and then he stopped. He did not get to declare an attack yet. So I think if we're getting real technical with it, he's fine. He didn't say attack. He's completely allowed to play a spell card if he so desires.
So it's like keeping your hand on the chess piece kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. He was diddling that chess piece, no question about it. But he didn't make the move, so. Because I mean, if he did actually go to attack, then there was literally an automatic reaction set up, you know, like he wouldn't have even gotten the chance to change his mind. So I think there is legal precedent here. I have just realized something.
Something.
Say something again.
Hold on. I'm about to switch to PC, so hold on a hot second.
Give me 30 minutes and I'll say something again. Don't you worry. I like my friend Stealth. He's a cool guy. I like you too, chat. I don't know if we're explicitly friends, but a lot of you seem pretty dang cool. And you cheer me up, and I hope I can do the same. Mic check? Man named Mike? Kid named Finger! I'm gonna turn you up a bit. Because I think on your phone you're super loud, but on PC you're quieter.
Oh.
Stealth, why phone?
No, because I was playing Monon.
Oh, fair enough. No, I meant in general. Why do you have any phones ever?
Need to call people.
Fair enough. Oh, do you have a work phone and like a personal cell phone?
Nope.
Just personal cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get when you meet people for work? Are you like, you can reach me at cumblaster@gmail.com?
Absolutely not. I would be fired so fast.
Oh no, if your boss was cool, he'd be like, dude, that's hilarious. Keep telling people to email you that.
Oh no, my boss would probably think it's hilarious, but also I'd be fired.
He'd be like, "That's hilarious. I do have to fire you." Funny emails are never not funny when you have to then use them for serious things. Funny rabbit.
Funny rabbit, indeed.
Man, it's such a shame that maybe except for Kaiba, Pegasus is like the best Yu-Gi-Oh villain, and he's fucking gone in the first arc. I miss him.
But you don't like the Big Five?
You don't like filler arc villains, the Big Five, whose whole fucking shtick is dependent on you caring about Kaiba Corp, the entity?
Yeah, but they make Mokuba not look at the picture.
Those sons of bitches. They'll pay for this. Lord. Cahill goes on.
Is that Kingdom Hearts Mickey?
Yes, it was. I was about to say Cahill goes on Kingdom Hearts rant for the 15th time.
Oh, Goofy.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, I know. It's all fun. We're all laughing. Okay, I get it. Cause that doesn't happen in like the same 30 minutes as "Say, fellas, did someone mention the door to darkness?" Does it?
It kind of does, yeah.
Does it? Does Mickey come in, say, "Say, fellas, door to darkness," and then like the Battle of 1,000 Heartless is outside the door after that?
More or less, yeah.
Damn. Damn it, Kingdom Hearts 2, you are a good game though. And I will die.
Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is such a great game.
Yeah. Honestly, I think okay, minus Chain of Memories. And
which Rechain of Memories is not the worst.
And Recode It, but that
Ew.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to even count that for like a list of reasons we're not getting into. I think all the Kingdom Hearts games are super solid action RPGs, and are all pretty dang good. Kingdom Hearts 2 kind of makes the rest look bad just because it is generally just a fucking amazing game all around. But if you were to take any of them in a vacuum, I think you could say all of them are pretty dang good. So, and I know some people are like, I don't like Kingdom Hearts 3. I like it. I remember liking Kingdom Hearts 3, so I'm counting it.
It feels so floaty. Is my problem.
I fucking Sora floats no matter in every game. That's one of the things he does. I think if I were... No, go on.
Oh, I was just saying, like, if it feel bad, I'm gonna say it feel bad.
Well, I remember liking it. Oh, go on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It just did not feel as good as 2 to me.
That's fair.
That's it.
I mean, I think each of the Kingdom Hearts games has kind of like little idiosyncrasies to the basic combat that would distinguish them as your favorite or not favorite based solely on game feel. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely, if I was to go off of just pure gameplay, I kind of really like Kingdom Hearts 1 and Dream Drop Distance, and that was what I was about to say. Is that if I was going to criticize Kingdom Hearts 3 based off other Kingdom Hearts games, it would be like that they changed flow motion for no fucking reason when flow motion was already kind of fucking perfect. So just leave it the way it is, you know? But I am kind of a sucker for all like the dumb ride super moves and transforming Keyblade shit they put in. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was kind of fun. So... They said, would you like to kill a man with teacups? And I said, I would adore killing a man with teacups. I'd never wanted something more, actually. Stealth, what amusement park staple would you want to kill a man with if you could choose one? Think carefully.
I am.
Okay, good.
Like, my mind instantly went to Ferris wheel.
I went. Have you ever seen like the kind of claw things where it's like a big swing and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of where my mind goes to first. I'd be like, if my power is to just summon an amusement park ride to hit someone with, I feel like that has to be it because it's basically a big punch. So that's gonna do the most. IMO. But were you thinking Ferris wheel, like it goes super fast and it like knocks them a bunch?
I was thinking Ferris wheel is in, it rolls over them and they are now flat.
Ah, that's also very good actually. I like your brain stuff. Give it to me now.
I think I need that.
Overrated. Thinking so 2000 and late. Stuff, have you ever used 2000 and late in a day-to-day conversation? The phrase 2000 and late?
Yeah, actually, to Juice.
You have?
Yeah.
That makes it so much funnier. Let's think of them. I'm going to look up cartoony water splash. Don't judge me. Honestly, even having a more full picture, I prefer just to kind of show the splash instead of Mr. Pig here getting thrown into it, and not my friend Mr. Pig, just a Mr. who happens to be a pig. Rather a pig than a fascist. That's what I'm always saying. I don't think there's an animator I want to meet less than Hayao Miyazaki. If I met Hayao Miyazaki, I would probably show him my art. And not to say I'm doing anything nearly as good as him, but I'd give him one chance, and if he said something mean, I'd start I'd start fighting an old man. I'd be like, that's it.
What does mean?
What's that?
What would constitute mean?
I don't know, fucking anime was a mistake, that kind of thing. Or maybe it just, or maybe something, okay, I'll say this, it's not constructive, you know, obviously. Because if he was like, oh, I think you could work on this, I'd be like, you got it. But if he was just like, I think you need to give up art and retire, I'd be like, well, exactly. But he said that to his son. He's probably gonna say it, yeah, he's probably gonna say it to me. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like if I meet him, I have to give him a chance to say something mean, and if he does, I have to fight the old man. And is he an infinitely better artist than me, whose work and life means more to others than I ever will? Yes. Will I fight him? Also, yes.
I mean, if you get one shot, may as well.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Will I be arrested for assaulting a Japanese fucking cultural treasure? Absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Will I be?
It sounds like you're prepared for the consequences.
Yeah, it's on principle, you know. Like, was he right?
And also on site.
Yeah. Was he right for calling AI bros out? Yes, absolutely. Does he need to do it to every artist he comes across? No. Does he? I don't think he does. But just in case, that's what I'm saying. I have to run this experiment.
Even if it's funny?
Even if, well, if I'm not gonna lie, if he says something really mean to me and it makes me laugh, I don't think I can fight Hayao. I don't think I can fight. I have to be like, damn it, I was so ready to fight you over this, but that was actually hilarious. You get a free one. You get a free one, my guy. But also, for disclaimer, I have no intention of ever fighting Hayao Miyazaki, even if he does insult my art, because one, you know, I just know that that's how he is. So it's like, that makes it mean less, frankly. And then two, he's very old, and he's done great work for animation in general. So even if he himself can be a little curmudgeonly, you know, that doesn't mean the recourse is violence. So. I just think it's funny to be able to meet who is arguably one of the most important animators of all time, and the moment he says something that I'm less than happy about, I'm like, well, on principle, put him up, old man. Run these hands. I was expecting this bullshit. So. Stuff. Is there someone you can think of like that, where it's like, I respect you, but on principle we have to fight now? Shonen style?
Hmm.
I mean, it'd probably be a famous person, just you know, based on that. I don't know if you're like, fucking Jacob Peterson from from school. You know, I'm really honored.
Probably one of the higher ups of Pokemon, because what the fuck?
That's fair. That's actually a very good answer.
What happened?
Well, come on, guys. Yeah. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon are kind of different for me, right? Because, like, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, and I'm like, this is kind of a guilty pleasure. Like, you know, it's not what it used to be, but I still have a lot of fun with it. But Pokemon, I'm like, fucking... A lot of this has me not super happy. So... You know what? It would probably help if I just move this... Oh, I forgot how fucking selection works. Probably help if I just move... Oh, go on.
Like, I have to deal with all this bullshit, and then you make me look at a fucking engine that's also supposed to be a Pokemon? Come on.
Oh, yeah. Reverum? I'm not wild about him either. I feel like... So even though the idea of Pokemon in everyday applicable life is great, one that is a car and then is being used as a car is not actually where I want that to go, so... Sorry to all you Reverum fans out there.
I'm not.
The future is now, old man. Yeah. So again, on a very serious note, in case anyone was... It's called Dark Humor Liberal. No. In case anyone was wondering, I would never fight Hayao Miyazaki. But also, the idea of being like, well, I have to fight Hayao Miyazaki right now is very funny to me. So, you know. At the end of the day, it's specifically what I just told you stuff. It's like him saying that to his son specifically. It's like, well, fucking... That being said, I don't think I've ever heard from like one of his like, you know, animators, like one of the co-workers working under him, making a movie about like what he's like as a boss. So who knows? I imagine he micromanages a lot, but that's more artistic vision than being kind of a prick. So it is also great that the universe gave us Hayao Miyazaki and Junji Ito at roughly the same time frame, because the contrast between the two and what they create is always such a delight to see. I fucking hate the Beatles. There we go, this looks much better. your artwork if you like the Beatles, your artwork if you hate the Beatles. I was watching a Jacksepticeye video, and he was reacting to clips, and one of them was like a glass pane falling in between the like little ledge of an elevator, you know, where like there's like a little gap between the elevator itself and the door where you get out. He was like, why hasn't Junji Ito done something about that? And I'm like, that's kind of Kamigari faults, you know? The one where it's my hole and it's made for me. Like, you get super thin in that one and you go into a hole, all that kind of stuff, so. He's kind of done it. He's done some weird things. I feel like I don't know how much Junji Ito you've read Stealth, but I feel like the one that fucks me up the most is the hanging balloons. Like Uzumaki's Yes.
I have not seen or read much of anything.
So they're making the Uzumaki anime, right? And for I think a lot of people are excited for that.
A lot of Naruto fans are about to be very confused and very scared.
Oh, they probably. I mean, fucking, if they're in like, you know, if they enjoy anime and manga as a whole, then they've probably been that way for a while. But yeah, like that. As far as I know, there hasn't really been a lot of good, underlined good, adaptations of his work so far. They tried like one anime anthology series before, but I heard that wasn't very good. But let me explain something to you, Stealth. So the hanging balloons is a short story because he does a lot of short stories. Uzumaki being like his novel series, and the hanging balloons is one of his short stories, where a bunch of balloons show up to a town, right? And they're all like big weather balloons, right? But specifically, they are in the shape of heads. Okay.
Oh.
Yes, and even more specifically, they're in the shape of specific people's heads from around the town. And when they find that person, they lower a noose and take the person with them. And that's just the entire story. Yeah, that's just the whole story, is just that happening, and there is no resolution. That's the whole thing. So if you read it, it fucked me up, might fuck you up. So it is a wild time. It's gonna be 4 episodes. I mean, that's fair. It was always gonna be like a limited run, you know. Uzumaki isn't like a super long manga, and it's probably better they focus on quality over quantity. So if it's like 4 hour-long episodes, then I mean, even if it's not, then it's a 2-hour movie of Uzumaki, done in what seems to be a very like true to Junji Ito style art. So that's fun. It's all good. All good by me, that is. I'll be excited to watch it, if I can watch it, because, you know, there's always the chance that it's too scary for me. So very scary.
The T-Rex dogs want to eat me.
Are you looking at... Oh, wait, no, you're just playing Monster Hunter. I was like, is that a Junji Ito thing?
Elden Ring.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, because that means I'm in Ohio.
That means you're in fucking Berserk, a different disturbing anime for different disturbing reasons. What was I just thinking of? More Junji Ito stuff. Oh yeah, so Stealth. Uzumaki, which you probably might know from Naruto, is a spiral. So in that 3 novel series from Junji Ito, spirals are scary, and I won't elaborate any further. It gets bad on several levels.
Would you say it spirals out of control?
Yeah. Do you think Junji Ito just thought of that sentence and he was like, I fucking got it. I know what I have to do. The end of stream. It's not gonna be the end of stream too quick, Paula. Don't you worry.
You're breaking tradition.
Before Japan. Ooh. I didn't know that. That's exciting. Man. So much to watch, because I was talking about Transformers Armada yesterday, and I would actually like to see it. You know what I didn't mention? So, I think it's been, I very recently got into Transformers, right? But I think, like, ever since, like, G1, there's been mini-cons. Mini-cons being, like, little buddy Transformers that come with a bigger one and, like, go with him somehow. The big example being Soundwave and, like, his cassette tapes that turn into people. But apparently Transformers Armada is about collecting mini-cons, you know? Like, their anime power-ups that power up the Transformers. So Optimus Prime and pals have to get them before Megatron do and use them to take over Earth. That's always fun. Which is a wild contrast. My name is Peter Cullen. I'm going to turn into a truck now. I am Optimus Prime. Stealth, have you ever enjoyed Transformers media? Did we talk about this?
Wars.
Oh, you're right. Damn it, I'm sorry. I do think that's also on their YouTube channel, though, which is pretty cool. Maybe I will check it out. I will say one thing, right? I think some people tend to be like, I don't like how, like, Jimmy Neutron looks. And, like, I like how the show Jimmy Neutron looks. The movie's a little weird. But Beast Wars is all kind of like, computers, why?
Beast War.
Beast War. You like Optimus Primal?
I like Titor.
Question. I don't know if you remember enough about this to answer this, but I figured I'd ask this anyway. Is it true that the Maximals can only transform when Optimus Primal is like, okay, do it, code word, transform, go? Or can
it has been
too long?
Literal decades.
Okay, I didn't know if you remember. You could remember. Fucking, I didn't remember what Code Lyoko was called, but I still remember how the show worked. So I was like, yeah, return to the past now. Don't let people die or else they won't come back. Did they ever do that? Or they ever just like, well, we return to the past, but someone's dead and no one knows why. So, oops.
I mean, there's someone that got trapped in the computer.
Yeah, but that happens. That'll just happen. I get trapped in my computer all the time.
Oh!
What's up?
Like, I just got grab comboed.
Yeah.
In Elden Ring.
Yeah, that'll happen in Elden Ring. Of all the Souls games, that'll happen in Elden Ring the most.
One grab to another. That was fucking cringe.
Was it from big Ohio animals too?
No, it was from like, it was from like the small rot zombies.
Oh yeah. No, that will also happen.
I lived on one.
The good old like fucking husk zombie enemies. They love
Remember,
to give
kids, pump your vigor.
Especially in Elden Ring. But they love to be like, okay, 10 of them in a room, give them all grabs. Do it now.
Funny.
Funny.
I will say it was funny.
You know, I liked it. Hot beans. Wait, what am I combining? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, damn it. Go on.
You're tuning your junk synchron to your Sonic Warrior.
Okay, we're good. Woo! We're gonna save real quick. That was almost wildly bad. That was almost insanely not good. To such a degree. I had combined 2 layers. I did not mean to. Oh. But it was in Undo's range, so it was in range of Star Platinum, so you know, we're all good. Hey, Stealth, actually, have you watched Stealth, JoJo? Have we infected you or no?
I've watched some JoJo.
Okay, do you know Echoes?
No.
Aw, beans. Well, never mind then. I was just gonna say, I think Echoes is like a super underrated stand. I don't know how other people feel about it. All you have to know, Stealth, is that Echoes Act 3, its main power is that it just stops things by pressing them to the ground, basically. Like, with seemingly unlimited force, it can just fucking ground things into the pavement as much as you please. Apply gravity, if you will. I think it's pretty neat. And also, he speaks. He says, "Let's kill the hoe." He says, "Beach," because that doesn't count in cursing in Japan, I don't think. Well, actually, they curse in JoJo. I've always been curious about Japan's rating system, because I don't know how they distribute anime there, but a lot of it seems to get away with a lot of words. Stealth, say a curse word you've seen said in anime.
God damn.
Yeah, I was about to say. Is it maybe? Isn't that that's the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, isn't it?
Yeah, Bandit Keith.
All American. Well, no, you said all American characters say that.
Well, yeah, but Bandit Keith is the most American character in Yu-Gi-Oh.
He's the most. He does have the fucking gun revolver dragon, doesn't he?
Yeah, and a literal gun.
Yeah, and an actual gun. And Pegasus is English, isn't he? So.
Mm-hmm. Maximilian J. Crawford.
So he has no gun. Not since he lost the war.
Style. He has no grace. Neither of those are true. That's like literally his character.
But he is currently missing something from his face. Pegasus. Pegasus. Again, I miss him. He is a funny guy. And also, thanks to one flashback, honestly, when he's not doing, I don't know, insane shit, he does kind of seem to be a cool guy too, so. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
What was the point of Duelist Kingdom again? Why was he like, trap children on an island, make them duel?
God, it was all in service of bringing his lost love back, but honestly, I forget the mechanics, and we just watched it, so...
Oh, wait. I was like, the big 5 figures into it, and that's stupid. He was
trying to make a hostile takeover of Kaiba Corp as well.
Yes, that's what it was. Because he wanted to use the holograms that they were using for Duel Monsters to bring his wife back, which doesn't make sense, but you know. I think he might have also lost his mind at one point, so...
What?
Pegasus...
No.
Given the amount of flashbacks we're given where other people are going insane around Pegasus, it's kind of wild that he stayed stable as long as he did.
I don't know if I'd say stable.
Okay, not murdery? Question mark?
Yeah, I guess it did take him a while to decide I'm going to rip this old man's soul out.
Yeah. Gonna stop.
But he did make that decision.
Yeah, eventually. Well, it's like, you know, it's like the one wing ring in Lord of the Rings, you know? It's fucking like... that's what Yu-Gi-Oh cards are. They're the one ring. You can hold out for a while, but not forever. Have you watched Lord of the Rings, Stealth? Or no?
I have not.
Okay.
I would be interested, but also that is a long trek to do alone.
What? Well, I would love to watch it with you. After I watched those for the first time, I was like, I like watching these. I will just watch them over and over again, even though it's like a 12-hour thing each time. But if you ever want to watch it, if you ever want to do a movie night, I'm down. What was I thinking of? But yeah, that's honestly, Tolkien's like whole philosophy on a lot of different events in the Lord of the Rings books, super interesting. So I don't know if I've said this on stream or publicly, but I think it's actually kind of wild. Two of the biggest fantasy novels from East and West, respectively, work almost in opposite of each other, because in Lord of the Rings, magic declines in relation to time. So the more time passes in the world, the less magic shit there is. Just naturally magic shit occurs in Lord of the Rings. But Berserk is the opposite. The more time passes in Berserk, the more fucking wild and chain shit happens. So it's weird. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, this is what... That's what happened. I see. Okay, that does make sense. Lord, man, I can't believe... Fucking... I never wanted to see the Big Five again, and I can't believe they're like, filler arc, Big Five return. I'm like, I don't... Yes, go on.
It's so fun, though. You're gonna like it.
I imagine I'll like the arc, but, you know, those guys specifically.
Oh yeah, they all suck, which is why it's so great to see them get fucked up again.
That's fair. That is fair.
They're very unlikable.
both from the writing and the fact that they're just kind of stock anime pictures of old men.
Yeah, well, about that.
Yeah. Oh, do they get unique face? Do they get fucking Gorosei faces and everything?
We'll find out Friday.
No. So you do want to do a hangout where we're just watching Yu-Gi-Oh and I'm doing art and everything?
Cahill, you have no idea how much that premise excites me.
I'm glad, because I do like doing it as like we're playing games together and watching Yu-Gi-Oh. But if I can alter it at least this one time, then that works for me. That will work perfectly. Big ol' favor. I think this will work. Yeah. I fucking, again, I apologize to everyone who knows me, but I am becoming a big fan of Seto Kaiba. I genuinely kind of like him. Fucking, there's a part in Battle City where like a bunch of the main cast walk up to Kaiba, right? And he's so annoyed at all of them. He doesn't want any of them to be there. And then Yugi, just little Yugi, walks up and he immediately softens and he's like, oh, Yugi, hey, what's up? Like, and I'm just like, damn it, Kaiba. I can't help but adore you.
Yep. Mutual respect there.
Yeah. He's like, Yugi. And I'm like, aw. They kind of like each other. Alright. I'm gonna call it here on the art right now. I, again, think this looks actually much better than, you know, the, my first try at this comic, which I think is helped by the fact that I've learned stuff, it's in a better resolution, and, you know, like I was saying before, I'm now tracing it and taking a moment to, try and do better. I'm gonna give this a soft white outline though. Give me a minute. I feel like that's something I didn't realize it for a long time, and if you do art, maybe you need to realize this too, if it helps. But a lot of the times when you have like something dark versus a another dark thing, like against another dark thing, it can help to add like a thin white line between the two. And that can be hard, especially in traditional, but it can go a long way. So, alright, that works for me. And then we can combine these properly without having one of them be at like 50% opacity, which is the real problem last time. I'll add lettering and stuff when I'm home tomorrow, and then also get a start on the third strip. So, alright. Who should we raid? Is Stealth live? Is Stealth streaming right now on twitch.tv/stealth?
I would never.
Why would you ask this? You know my mother was killed by streamers.
It's true. I still don't know why. I still don't know why Vegeta did it.
Vegeta. I don't know why I haven't pressed charges either. I know who did it, but
Like, he said it was a power move, and I don't want to know what his powers are. So.
And actually, that's a very good reason not to press charges. It can't help but it would give you that. Just chatting. Oh, is this a thing? Oh, hey, yeah, I didn't even talk about that. I went live on Twitch. Well, no, I went to edit like the stream, you know, details and everything. They're like, new feature on Twitch. Let people know you want to collab on like while they're streaming. And I was like, hey, that's the worst idea I've ever.
Yeah, that's so fucking annoying. What the fuck? Why would they do that?
That sounds like the dumbest possible thing I could do.
Hopefully you can disable that.
Well, right now I'm looking at. Oh my goodness. Well, that's an interesting thing to have done on stream. I think. Let's see. How long has Shadow Mage been streaming? Just because everyone else I'm looking at has been streaming like upwards of 4 hours. So. Well, fucking Shadow Mage has been streaming for like 5 hours. I mean, 2 hours. So that's better. Why not? Let's raid Shadow Mage. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for being here. I hope you come back tomorrow, because hopefully we'll get much further in on redoing these comics, though I am genuinely very happy with the progress we made today. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, bye!